anxious for another season to get started?
Yes, very much so. We've had a great summer, and really, great top of a year last year. We ended fairly late into the summer with USA Championships so late and so on. But these guys went home and had just a tremendous summer of training. We've got an incredibly good freshman class, especially on the men's side, which is really exciting. And yeah, it feels a little early yet, but we're starting to chomp at the bit to kind of lace up the shoes and see what they got.
Any of the runners, how anxious are you guys to get out into an official meet?
For me personally, I'm really excited. It's my favorite season of the three that we run, and it's always really exciting to get out with the new freshmen and run a race with them and just see where everyone's at in the season.
I'm super anxious. I think that the girls team, especially for that side of things, is going to be really good this year, and I'm excited to go out and see what we can do.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to get things started, see where everybody's at, and practice has been going really well, so I'm excited to see what that translates to in our races.
Yeah, I feel like the whole team in general is really excited. I mean, just on runs, everyone's anxious to work out already, and I think everyone's ready to get the jersey on and get going.
What are the goals you guys have set for this season?
We have a couple goals. We would like to be top 20 nationally, finish top 3 in the Big Ten, and also try to get top 2 in the region as well. So.
For the girls, we'd like to go in and win the Big Ten championships. We'd like to be top 3 at regionals and also top 10 in the nation, which is a big goal, but I think we're all ready to achieve that. So.
Coming up a strong track season, another strong track season, you guys feel like momentum is carrying you into higher reaches for national athletics?
I definitely think so. I think with the girls coming off of a lot of good performances from the outdoor season and the indoor season, we've really gained a lot of confidence racing against some of the same girls that we'll be racing against this cross-country season.
I think just a couple comments. Both teams last year were at the national championships. It was the first time we've done that, and I think it was about a 14 or 17-year span since both the teams were there together. And the ladies, it was a couple years in a row. Where these two, when they were young on the squad, were part of the top team that finished 14th that year. Last year we were 25th, 26th in the country. So this year the women's team has seasoned themselves up to be back in top form and be in a contention for the Big Ten title and to be that, aim for that top 10 at the national championships. I think it's a very, very realistic goal. The guys also, it's about seasoning them up. It's about the progression that they've made. The 08 team was kind of the breakthrough team on the men's side in cross country. Kyle was a, front runner for that team and a Big Ten freshman of the year at that point for his career. And since then he's just developed, and SIP has come along developing this team too, and really feel, last year we were top 30 in the country. Taking the step to be in the top 20 is another realistic goal. Our hardest part is probably once you survive the conference meet, which is one of the most demanding competitive competitions we have all season, you turn around into the top region in the country, and the Mid-Atlantic region that we compete in. We hosted last year, had a phenomenal run at it, but you have to get yourself through that meet to get to the national championships, and we've got that span of 5-6 weeks there is pretty intense for these young people.
Coach, can you just talk about the schedule in general in the fall and your thoughts on that, having two meets at home?
Yep, always excited to host the meets we have at home. We start with the Harry Grove Spike Shoe Invitational, and that's a great kind of fanfare for our sport of cross country. A lot of high school teams are coming in again. They love to come up here and run on the blue-white course because it's just a phenomenal setting and time of year for us to go. We probably will run that a fairly light competitive college competition this year. It's not a super time to be in an extreme competitive phase because we turn around the next 2 weeks and really have to hit it pretty hard. We go to the GRIAC Invitational at the University of Minnesota. Traditionally has been just a phenomenal draw of people from around the country. So we'll open up probably these 4 at that time and really try and put our money into that competitive setting. Turn around 5 days later and run it at Notre Dame, which last year was a great opportunity for us to earn a lot of points out of our region. So we'll look to have that cycle there, the early cycle that takes us through September, then take a little break and revamp for our Penn State National on this 14th of October. And so that'll be final tune-up and ready to go into the championships 2 weeks later, and then regionals 2 weeks later, and then nationals 9 days later. So it's a great schedule. You know, cross country is interesting. It seems like you race a lot in the track season. It seems like you don't race that much in cross country, but you know, when you do race, you've got to be ready to really lay it down. And right now, as anxious as all of us are to get going, there's got to be a little patient too, because as I said, that last 5-week span is really when it needs to come together.
You guys had all mentioned being NCAA qualifying teams last year, and you guys, Stacey, you've been there twice, and you guys were there last year. How well does that set you up for your goals for this year to move into kind of the top tier of that championship meet?
I think it's really helpful, you know, kind of been getting our bearings the past few years. We know the course a lot better now, and we know the tangents and where people really pack up and where it slows down and where it picks up. So just having a good feel for the course, which a lot of our teams know now, I think it's really important.
I really think it helps the men's side. I know me being there twice, my second time, you know, you're just that much more familiar with the course. And then the whole team being there at least once, they've seen it, they know it. There's no surprises going into the meet. And, you know, there's only a very few freshmen that'll be part of the team that would make it this year. And, you know, even them not seeing it, just the confidence from everyone else from being there before carries over and helps them out.
Yeah, I think just from us being there last year, I think the team just wants to keep improving. No one wants to regress and not get back there. So I think we're all hungry to get back there and to do a lot better than what we did when we were there last year.
Yeah, the experience will be really helpful because I remember my first year of the girls' team's first year. It was a little bit of a shocking environment. The competition is just so good, and there's so many people. It's a really big race. Now we kind of know how to run it, and hopefully that'll help us.